I'll sit here, John.
I can rotate.
And we are here at the Allston, Massachusetts MQC opener.
Hello, welcome to the Boston, Massachusetts
Quidditch Conference opener.
It's very exciting. We have here two teams, Middlebury
and Skidmore. So I think both these teams are 0-1 right now, looking to move on to the quarterfinal bracket.
And head coach, we have Kieran Colin?
Kieran Collier is our head ref today.
Look at him saying hi.
You got it, Serena. Greg, can't you do it?
I heard they just want to play MLC rules and take the rules or fight.
Alright.
Skidmore, are you ready? Yeah! Middlebury, are you ready?
So Middlebury with a short roster today. It looks like 8 people, so we'll see how they hold up during their second game.
They still have USA development player, though, Ian Skura, and they were able to stay in snitch range for most of their game against RPI.
And it looks like we're just about set to go.
Next one's out of my mouth. We'll be ready. Followed by brooms up. No, I'm wrong. Ready. Brooms up.
And they're off.
It looks like that's Abraham Benningson of Middlebury getting to the quaffle first and knocking it back to the keeper. And Middlebury comes away with bludger control.
Ian Skura, not in his traditional position as keeper, but rather as a beater.
And Benningson with a strong drive to the hoops to make it 10-0 to Middlebury. Feed from, it looks like that's keeper Will Napper. Nice strong drive there, confident finish. Skidmore looking to respond, holding one bludger.
Skidmore, a team that's been around for years, but hasn't necessarily found their footing in the same way Middlebury has. We'll see if they'll be
drives out to the wing, pass kind of goes nowhere, and that is cleared up by the Middlebury beaters. Chaser number 9, Kavita Patel with the takeaway. And gets beat, but gets off to the keeper beforehand. Skura with the beat there. Keeper 35, Napper for Middlebury, driving towards the hoops. Looks like he is called clear. There was a beat attempt at his feet there. Spins around, high contact from the Skidmore keeper.
Oh.
He's brought down. I think that's going to be a card for high contact. And probably a goal-scoring situation for Middlebury off this penalty. That's Andrew Hamill, I think, on Skidmore picking up the yellow card for high contact.
He will be out for 1 minute unless a goal is scored.
And I can't exactly see if Skidmore has a bludger. They do, so Middlebury ends up throwing it over the hoops. Number 9, Patel with the pickup. Pass back out to the keeper. He cuts inside, gets it out to Benningson. Bullets a pass to the short hoop, and the keeper there can't control it, but the ball comes out to Benningson. He misses. Patel picks it up and scores. That's 20-0 to Middlebury.
A little sloppy, but a great amount of determination there in Middlebury to get that final goal in there.
Yeah, strong effort. And Middlebury retains bludger control there. They have not given it up all game. All right, Skidmore keeper Connor Bell with the ball, directing the offense right here. Brings it over the right wing, passes out to, I cannot see the number, tackled by Benningson, and it looks like Middlebury will be given possession of the ball for a tackle off pitch, or for a tackle off the boundary there. Benningson running towards the far hoop. Oh, strong swim move over the Skidmore chaser, gets around the keeper and dunks it. Very strong drive there to make it 30-0.
Benningson is definitely a good person who can help keep Ian Skura's momentum that he's brought forward to this Middlebury team.
It's looked very assertive so far. And it looks like Middlebury is still with bludger control here. Bell with the ball. Over to number 63, Justin Shadrovsky. Benningson working on him, gets a wrap. Skidmore chaser spins through it. Low pass to the keeper, 37. He's able to control it. Now cutting in towards the center. Middlebury has cleared out all the Skidmore beaters for the time being. They pick up the third bludger, but the Skidmore keeper ends up throwing it off pitch, so that'll be Middlebury ball. Strong beater pressure so far on defense for Middlebury. Middlebury keeper walking up the pitch, 2 bludgers support. Hands it off to, I think that's 17, Mary Scott. Yep. Back to the keeper, has Patel cutting to the other hoop, goes himself, and ends up getting a relatively easy finish, not too much contact there. Middlebury looking a bit more physical in the chaser game here, and they have been helped by their beaters retaining bludger control the entire game so far. Looks like a new quaffle or a new keeper for Skidmore, as well as at least a new beater. Ball is out on the wing in 98, I think, Zach Fechner. Anyhow, he's off pitch, so I think that will be, yeah, ball given back to Middlebury. And so far, Skidmore has struggled to get into an offensive rhythm here. They haven't gotten anything going in the beating game, and they've seen a bunch of turnovers and transition opportunities for Middlebury, like that one right there. That is a goal for Napper.
Felix, what's the score? 50-0.
And that makes it 50-0 for Middlebury. Now Skidmore, I think, is going to pick up bludger control for the first time this game here off of a beat by number 7, Matt Clark. Let's see what they can do with control.
We'll see how long this lasts.
They're off pitch, actually, so it's Middlebury's ball. That's unfortunate.
We've seen quite a few wild beats from Skidmore, not really taking the time.
And now this is the first time so far that Middlebury's had, it was going to be the first time they'd have to set up an offense without control, but they've got it back pretty quickly here.
Over to Patel.
And that was 30 with the ball. Paul Ruffalo over to Patel. Being defended by 98 of Skidmore. 30 gets a look at the hoops, swings a pass over to, I think that was Scott, and over to the new Middlebury keeper, who scores to make it 60-0.
That was good.
Yeah, nice movement there by Middlebury. That was number 34, Vincent Filardo. I probably said that name wrong, sorry.
I think what's even most impressive about this Middlebury team is the fact that they're working on 8 players right now.
Yeah. Anybody who has played in these kind of tournaments knows that it becomes much, much harder to kind of keep the squad fitness up when you're working with a short rotation here, but Middlebury looking pretty impressive so far. Skidmore forced into their reset. Now their keeper has a drive to the hoops. Let's see if he can score, and it looks like the hoops spun around on the shot. He recovers the miss, tries to get it out to 11, but the pass is swatted down by Patel. However, the Skidmore keeper is going to get back to that loose ball. And he gets a beat on Patel. Middlebury chaser in to defend, and the beater ends up knocking the ball out of the Skidmore keeper's hands. Skidmore retains quaffle control for now. Number 25, Sarah Baker, comes away with it, and now 98 is breaking towards the hoop. Skura defending with the bludger, and the shot is called good by the hoop judge, but head ref has called it no good. All right, Middlebury again looking to break, 2 bludgers. Number 34, keeper driving towards the hoops, and he ends up getting a pass across the hoops, but not easily controlled. Eventually, it is cleaned up and put in for Middlebury's 7th goal. And that is number 30, Paul Ruffalo with the goal.
6 minutes have elapsed.
Right, so I think Skidmore here is probably going to have to try and make a play for control, or to kind of manage to keep possession without control here. They've really struggled to avoid turnovers, in particular being forced off that right-hand boundary several times now. They go to the right side again in a bit of an overload set. Ball swung over to number 63. He advances towards the hoops, has a player behind, but it's a bit of a speculative pass there, and Skura is there to clean things up for Middlebury. I've seen a few kind of hopeful passes like that. Chaser's not really in a position to make a play there with the beater coming on. So they'll want to look to create better looks on offense moving forward. Number 34 of Middlebury with the ball over to 9.
I'd like to welcome to this wonderful chat TCU Senator Finn McGargan.
So Skidmore's got a breakaway here. Number 16 with the ball. Oh, really good beat from, I think that was Skura there. And Patel ends up clearing up the play. Very nice beat to stop a fast break opportunity. Although it looked like Middlebury was getting some chaser defense back in the play. Patel driving towards the hoops. Shot is wide. 30 there to clean it up. And that is 80-0. Couple goals now for number 30, Ruffalo. And Middlebury has been able to play most of this game in transition, or at least get very easy breakdown looks in the half court. All right, Skidmore with the ball in the center now, not going towards the right wing as they've done a few times in recent possessions. Going left now, still looks like they've got a bit of an overload on. Over to 63. He's got 25 behind hoops, gets a beat on 9 Patel. Doesn't really have any chasers in threatening positions there and ends up throwing it to 30. Middlebury recovers. And it looks like we're having a timeout by Middlebury here. So you gotta say, pretty impressive game by Middlebury so far.
Are there any star players that you're seeing coming out of the mid side?
Off of Middlebury, honestly, the entire Quaffle-based offense has looked very good. Granted, it's been a lot of transition looks, but they look very athletic and assertive with the ball in space. Bennington's had a few very good drives. Napper, the starting keeper, they've all looked good. Patel's played well defense and offense. Ruffalo's had a few goals.
Patel's had some.
Everyone on
great
the team's
stats.
playing well. Yeah. All right, in the middle of a minute-long timeout here. Feel free to hit us with any questions.
Yeah.
So, and it would appear that the winner of this game would finish pool play 1-on-1 and move on to the 3rd through 6th place bracket to go to the semifinals. And it'll be interesting to see if Middlebury does carry this win out, how they stack up with the team that they'll see in that 3rd through 6th place bracket. Having already looked very competitive against RPI, one of the better teams of this tournament.
Once again, though, will be their 3rd game with only 1 sub.
Right, yeah, they've looked very impressive so far. All right, it looks like that's Ruffalo with the ball. Middlebury holds on to bludger control as they have for about 90% of this game, 95%. And now 35 gets the ball, assertive drive to the hoops, but doesn't really have much of a play there with 25 of Skidmore over to block. Looks like he had that covered all the way.
The sorts of runs aren't really going to work as you start to get into more experienced players.
Right, if he had just taken that to the hoops and tried to go up strong, might have been a better look. All right, Skidmore with the ball. Working with 1 bludger. Looks like they're going right again. Keeper swings it over to the center. 63 with the ball. Their bludger is pretty far behind right now. Middlebury might try and press, and the Skidmore keeper is beat out by, I think, number 25 of Middlebury. And that's a kick potentially off pitch by Middlebury.
Okay.
So ball should go to Skidmore. Yeah, it does. The chaser there with the ball in Skidmore is kind of on an island. Sorry, I cannot see the numbers, so I don't know who that is.
26, it looks like. 46. Anything with a 6? 16.
16, Sana Titan Gordon. Now, I think 25, that's a goal. That's a goal from the Skidmore keeper. I can't tell what his number is. It looks like he's got something taped on. That is number 28, Andrew Hamill, with the goal for Skidmore, 80-10.
Andrew Hamill also made that good block against the drive a few minutes ago.
Yep. All right, Benningson with the ball for Middlebury. Looks like he had a bit of a break before the timeout, so he should be relatively fresh. Patel now with the ball. Back to the middle. Middlebury with bludger control again. Number 23, haven't said his name so far, I don't think, Matthew Silverman, but has played well all game at beater. And Benningson with a cut towards the hoops and a strong push shot to make it 90-10.
Wonderful. Now, is Mid operating with a coach, or is it really just Ian Skura kind of running the scene?
I don't know what their coaching situation is myself. I couldn't really do more than guess. But they look very well organized so far, I'll have to say. All right, Skidmore keeper, no numbers. I'm not sure who that is with the ball. Gets it out to the wing. Bludger pressure from Middlebury. 23, I think, forces a turn away there. Benningson comes away with it and is looking to break. One chaser between him and the hoops. Spins through.
Oh.
Nice spin move there, and that should be a pretty easy goal. Yep. Very nice transition play by Benningson.
Benningson is someone who can really sneak through and kind of evade his way out of people. It's a great skill to have.
Yeah, looks deceptively strong, too. Mary, Scott, and Benningson are captains at Middlebury. No coach, unfortunately. All right, thank you for the information. All right, Skidmore keeper with the quaffle. Doesn't really have anything on at the moment. Ends up tossing it to the Middlebury keeper, 35, who's looking to break.
Oh, wonderful. He's
Unless
running
this
down.
beat hits, which it nearly does. This should be a relatively easy goal. Tied up by 63.
Wonderful.
Nice tackle attempt by Ned Doherty there. This says a beater. I'm not sure. But anyhow, nice goal for Middlebury. 35 going coast to coast. All right, pace of the game slowed down a little bit. Skidmore looking to go into the right wing overload set again, it looks like. Passes accidentally to a beater, and Skura should be there to clear that up. No, he backs off. Skidmore beater, it looks like.
Wow.
Keeps the ball for a team there. Skura does beat out the Skidmore chaser. Is then beat by number 9 of Skidmore. Emily Federico, who did a nice job to keep the quaffle there for her team a few times on that possession. And now Skidmore does have bludger control for, I think, the second time this game. And Skura recovers the second bludger pretty quickly.
Ooh, Patel does a great juke. Goes in, isn't quite
Looks like
able
that's,
to finish
yeah,
it.
over the hoops. Skidmore cleans it up. Nice defensive stop there from Skidmore, and their keeper is looking to break. Middlebury should have no, their beaters do not have the ball. Big tip by Benningson. That was a really solid collision there. Looks like game is momentarily stopped. Good display of sportsmanship from both players.
Yeah.
And Middlebury comes away with the quaffle.
Once again, there's that deceptive
Very
strength from
physical,
Benningson.
right. He's been very physical all game.
And that's 12 minutes and 51 seconds on the game.
I believe the score is 100-10. I might be off by a goal there either way for Middlebury. 23 beats out the point defender. Keeper up from Skidmore. Outside of the keeper zone is beat out. Ball over to Benningson, over to Patel. Backs out to Benningson and back to the wing. Looking to cut inside. Skidmore with a very compact defense here. And Middlebury struggling to get a clean opening. This actually is a pretty intriguing defensive look from Skidmore here. Middlebury was able to cut through their man defense with relative ease earlier in the game, but is having trouble getting good looks now.
Yeah.
Sort of a 2-hoop, 3-hoop zone.
Yeah.
Chasers are moving around quite a bit, but now the ball comes out to Benningson and he finishes. Very nice patience there from Middlebury.
I think we see though that if Skidmore gets some of that strategy in there, that they can actually become a lot more competitive.
Yeah. Skidmore looked very organized in that defensive possession.
They just have to learn how to keep that throughout the game.
All right, Skidmore's going left. Ball out to number 1. Nearly gets through the tackle. Nice defensive pressure by 17. Ball back to the Skidmore keeper, 28. Duke of Destruction is the name on the jersey. Wrapped up by Bennington.
Oh my God.
Nice job finishing the tackle there, but the keeper gets back up, gets it back out to, I think that's 25, who nearly has the play, but nice block at the hoops for Middlebury. It's a better look than Skidmore's been able to create for a little while. Just nice defensive play at the hoops by Middlebury.
Let's see if they're going to keep it for this next round. So far, not necessarily.
So we've got 17 with the ball, Mary Scott. Now back to 30, Ruffalo. Over to number 9, Patel. And back to 30. Over the keeper who is beat. Nice job by the Skidmore beater there. Can't see the number.
138?
Either 38 or 130. Andrew Soglin, it looks like, beater. Does a nice job winning control for Skidmore.
That was probably one of the best plays we've seen from Skidmore in a bit.
Right, the Middlebury beaters here look very seasoned, but that was a nice play by Skidmore there. Skura throws back to the hoops during the beat. Oh, and it looks like 28 keeper for Skidmore nearly has a run at the hoops, but isn't quite able to finish the drive, and Skidmore keeps possession. Patel dodges the beat. Nice job. Finds 30, but there's a bludger there to clean it up for Skidmore. Nice job by number 9. Number 9, Emily Federico, who's played pretty well last few minutes. Keeper for Skidmore, cuts towards the hoops. Nice beat by Skura. Had him all day in the back there. Had the beat in the back all day.
It's interesting to see Skura not playing as a keeper.
Right, although Skura and Silverman have played this entire game at beater and have looked pretty dominant.
Yeah.
Working very well as a pair. .35 Napper with the ball, walking it in, covered by his bludger, breaks in, tries to spin through contact by 28, but nice job by the Skidmore keeper to make the stop on defense. And that's a timeout by Skidmore. I believe the score is 110-10, probably off by a goal. 120-10 was off by a goal. Again, Middlebury looking relatively comfortable, although Skidmore has settled into a few more better-looking offensive possessions and has had some nice defensive stops in recent minutes.
So we have about 45 seconds left. I don't know if Down East Sidery is watching us, but if you would love to sponsor either me or John, not Quidditch, just one of us individually, that'd be wonderful.
Sorry? I don't know. All right. Anyhow, I'm not really sure who it's looking like Middlebury would end up playing in the 3rd through 6th place bracket. Could be one of BU or Harvard who are playing on the opposite field right now. It looks like one of those teams would finish second in the pool and could potentially end up playing Middlebury. I think either one of those matchups would be very interesting. BU has a lot of young talent. Middlebury a little bit more seasoned experience, it looks like. Looks like Harvard has a few very exciting new players as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how Harvard will work. Not only do they have soup and they're able to continue to capitalize off Frankie, but it sounds like they have some good new players in there.
Right, so game's back on. 63 of Skidmore with the quaffle. And I guess that's a reset there, back to the keeper. Keeper cuts down the left wing, got a bit of a drive going. Skurs on the hoops, but that does go through, and it's called a goal.
That is 120-20.
That shot did go through the hoops by the keeper. Again, I do not have a number, but nice confident drive there. Looked like Skuro was there on hoops to clean it up defensively, but he got his attention drawn away from the quaffle by the Skidmore beating, giving their keeper a nice look. So that makes it 120 to 20 in favor of Middlebury. Number 9, Patel with the ball. Middlebury looking to slow down the pace. I think it makes a lot of sense given that they've got a potentially long day ahead of them. And with a short rotation, kind of want to slow the pace down when you can and when you're holding on to a comfortable lead. Do not need to be charging into transition every possession, tiring your players out. That's a nice shot by number 30. A little bit of an unorthodox release, but gets it to go easily.
And snitches are released.
Seekers are out. Justin Cole is the snitch here. To be honest, I've never seen him snitch before, but he's an athletic guy, so this should be interesting. Bennington into seek for Middlebury. Looks like he's trying to get some sort of like a turnaround move going, but is held pretty easily by Cole there on that drive. Skidmore keeper has Quaffle beyond the hoops. Gets it out to, I think, 63. Skur is sitting on hoops with his bludger for Middlebury. I guess they're trying to not give Skidmore any easy looks in the Quaffle game. 16 of Skidmore nearly comes up with the loose ball, but ends up getting beat out. Middlebury seemingly content to sit on their Quaffle game lead and take their chances with the snitch when they get him.
So Justin Cole, what team does he play for?
I couldn't say for sure. Perhaps Bosnia. I couldn't really do anything more than speculate.
But he's graduated.
Right, Justin Cole played for UNC collegiately, played for Bosnia last year, and I am uncertain as to what club team he will be playing for this year. Middlebury working the right side. 30 kind of tries to twist out of a tackle there and ends up kind of slinging it back over to Patel. Pass a little bit difficult to control. I think you can see the Middlebury players a little bit tired here. They're still playing well, though.
We're working on an 80-degree day. Not only that, but we're on turf, so it's going to be even hotter.
Right, and notably, we have not really seen a seeker get a good look at the snitch yet. Nice job, I think that was 35 and 30 of Middlebury to work a 34 and 30 of Middlebury to work a relatively easy goal there. Bennington working on Cole now. Can't quite get inside his reach. I think Cole maybe has the length advantage there and is a bit taller. Now 98 of Skidmore into seek. Looks like he'll get beat out of that one. 37 of Skidmore with the Quaffle. Steps through a tackle attempt by 17, Scott. Yeah, a few players on Middlebury looking like they could use a sub right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it'd be even more in Middlebury's favor.
To just have the game end, I would agree.
Yeah.
Probably just get into the shade, get some rest. The keeper, former keeper of Skidmore into seek now, putting a lot of pressure on Cole. Nearly gets him from behind there. Cole's out of it, turns around. Middlebury has both bludger control and the Quaffle now. Beats out the Skidmore seeker, although to be honest, they may as well just give him a look there.
I know.
Probably want to get out of this game as soon as possible, but Bennington's going aggressively after Cole. Gets a really nicely worked catch from behind there. Very quick hands. He's kind of spinning around there with Cole the snitch. He kind of ends up getting an arm loose for just a split second, making the snag. Very nice looking catch.
You see in Bennington's play, he really has an ability to get low, which is so great for so many aspects of the game. It was great to see that being used as a seeker, really getting low and under the seeker himself, under the snitch himself.
Yeah. So, since there was a lot of wrapping kind of going on, we did not see it called off. The catch is good. Middlebury comes away with, I think, a 160 to 20 win.
What's the score? The
final is 170-20 Middlebury with the snitch.
All right, 170 to 20 Middlebury.
Great, and that's a good game. We'll be signing off and then coming back in for interviews.